All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of Barstool Backstage. This just feels right. There's no Dave and no Dante.
Fuck them, dude. Get them
It's
out
just
of here.
it's just the boys, just the
Fucking hate that
professionals.
guy.
It's funny. We were going back and forth about times we were going to do this today, and Kenny was like, "Let's just do it." And Dante was like, "Well, then I'm out at that time." And Kenny goes, "Well, Dante would have been a half an hour late in the car anyway, so who gives a fuck?"
Like, the dude doesn't show up anyway. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, look, I love them, and they did the interview today. Our interview today is with O.A.R. These guys probably have the most interviews on the podcast. I think Mark has been on like 4 times already. This is 5. This was for Weishfest, the thing we do every year in Chicago. Amazing event, amazing charity, amazing people. The Weichers are fantastic fucking people. But we have a couple interviews coming up from that this week, and the next couple weeks coming up. It is a holiday week. My brain is fried. Boys, are you feeling that like fucking holiday fatigue at all?
It is starting to become harder to try and like get serious about getting anything done.
Yeah. For sure. I've had my feet up on the desk watching White House Down for most of today.
Bro, I love a good White House Down.
I'm trying to get fucking motivated, man. It's tough. With it being so fucking dark so goddamn early, and right now this time of year is where it gets real cloudy outside in California.
Yeah.
It's just dreary and drab and wet and shitty, and
it must be hard when it gets cloudy.
Yeah. And I don't like a cloud. I don't need a cloud. I moved from Florida because I don't want a cloud. So fuck clouds.
What's it like in Philadelphia right now?
You know what? It's been very bipolar here. Last week it was like Seattle. It was like 43 and raining. And then this week I went out today to take my son to the grocery store, and I was sweating my balls off because I was in a hoodie and a jacket. I don't know. It's this time of the year. It used to be just frigid at this point, and now, thanks a lot, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, it's pretty warm, actually. It's not so bad. I blame them both. But no, it sucks. I'm in the middle of trying to get a song. I just decided we're going to drop a song on January 6th. December 6th, not January 6th. I got insurrection on the mind, my bad. On December 6th. So I finished the video, and I'm finishing the artwork now. And
is this Philadelphia you're talking about?
This is Philadelphia. I like this song. Nice. This is a live song we did. It's not the song me and Johnny did together, which will be after, because I actually have a really good feeling about that song. And I was like, I just want to get something out by the end of the year. And I was like, let's just get this one out. Watch, this will be the one that does really well. I don't know.
I think it's a strong song, man. You literally never. I was going to say, don't have good feelings about songs, because then you're always disappointed. You're like, oh, Correct. This could be the one. And it's like, that wasn't the one.
I'm a pretty high hopes kind of a guy. So every time I drop a song, I'm like, this is the one that's going to buy me a Lamborghini. I know.
When the fucking powers that be told us that Sail was the one, we laughed in their faces. You guys are fucking wrong. You're so wrong. That song sucks.
Dude, I'll tell you who's the one. Bro, Kenny, do you have your computer up?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted.
What do you think I am, stupid?
Do me a favor and look up Miles. YUNO Miles.
Hold your fucking horse.
He's the greatest rapper of all time.
What?
YUNO Miles. He's the greatest rapper of all time.
Is he really?
When I tell you this is my sense of humor in a nutshell. This is my sense of humor in a nutshell. Scroll down. I want to see if I can find the right song. I have to go to YouTube. Go to videos. Damn. This is Beat My Grandma with the Pumpkin's a banger. Taco Bell's a banger. And I don't even care about where this part isn't going on YouTube, so I'm not worried about getting DCMA'd. Plus, I don't think that Miles would. Go down, see if you can find crack that tastes like ribs. Here it is. Yeah. No.
What's going on YouTube? Sharp Reacts back.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn, it's all reaction videos.
Yeah.
Then look up.
Hold on. Hold your fucking horses. This is what makes a great podcast.
Who cares? It'll be worth it. There you go. First one.
They got the crack that tastes like ribs. I can't believe they got the crack that tastes like ribs. Somebody got that shit, give it to me. I need that fucking rib that tastes like crack. 8 of them niggas got the crack that tastes like ribs. Oh shit, where that shit
just in the grass.
Where I sell it. I'm trying to get that crack that tastes like ribs. I ain't caring about that shit, where the fucking crack. I mean, oh shit, wait. Where the
okay, that's enough.
I need the fucking one that tastes like
Yo, million subscribers.
He's basically the new Lil B. He said somebody interviewed him recently, and he said he expects his album to sell negative 500 units.
That's a good joke. I like that.
He has 1 million monthly listeners.
Man, he's my favorite. This is
Johnny,
exactly...
how many times have I told you joke music's where it at, and you just continue to try to make real music, and it's such a mistake.
Can I be honest too? Crack That Tastes Like Ribs is legitimately the best produced song that he has.
There's a worse.
It doesn't sound worse than most of rap these days, honestly.
Man, he's Lil B for a new generation. It makes me so happy.
Down SoundCloud,
dude. He said he was gonna stop. He's gonna stop making music, and then his return to music after a week was Crack That Tastes Like Ribs.
I like him.
All right, so let's talk about actual rap music that just dropped. We got new Kendrick Lamar out of nowhere, out of the clouds. GNX. Connor, I know. Here. Yo.
Oh, you're a kid in the trash can, man. We got work to do.
Where is he? He's somewhere. Connor Anthony. Yeah, dude, we're killing it. Somebody else talk about something for a second.
Podcast on Earth right now. We're on our way.
Kendrick. I haven't listened yet to the new Kendrick, but I know Kenny has.
I've been all over it. Can I tell you? Let me tell you my thoughts. I'll go first. So, Colin, is kind of right that like I do get a mixtape feel. It feels like something that was made in a fucking apartment on a cassette 4-track recorder and put together in the best way. Like some of the beats, you're like, this is one 808 kick with an 808 snare and a 909 open hat, and that's fucking it. And you're like, it's such juvenile beat production, but then the vocal is so clear and so upfront, right? And then like the lyric obviously is incredible, so is the flow. So like it's this weird juxtaposition. It feels like an A tier, like an S tier rapper's first mixtape.
Bro, what is it about Kendrick with the way he's doing his vocals right now? The mic feels like it's right here.
Because he's doing it so quietly. His voice, like for a lot of times it was, I like real loud and all this shit. And now he's right here. And now he's talking to you. And now he's telling a story and blah, 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 you know?
The accents always get me. Like he's doing this thing now where he's like purposely doing weird voices. This is where I want to go with this. This is not this is so funny. He's like right next to me. This is not the last thing we're going to hear from Kendrick in the next few months. This is the mixtape. There is an album coming. I'm guaranteeing it right now. The second I heard it, you can look at it in the group chat. I said, this feels like a mixtape. Now there's so many people doing theories about, oh no, this is just the mixtape. The album's coming. Because you heard this rumor of a lot of different, I don't know, like features and stuff like that. It feels like this was for Kendrick and this was for the West Coast. This was not for anything commercial whatsoever.
Well, I saw somebody put it in a really cool way that they were like, this is just his victory lap for this year. It wasn't trying to prove a point or make a statement. It was fucking, let's go, boys.
You guys remember when people put out albums because they were finished and they were just like, here's my album, it's finished.
Yes.
All right, Grandpa, let's get you back to bed.
No, I know. I don't, on this one, I don't care being Grandpa. Like, I think all the games and trickery with albums is like, I'm not even saying specifically about Kendrick, but it's like, just finish your fucking song and put it out. Like, I don't want to hear a lost version of it or something, or, you know,
this didn't feel unfinished. This felt purposefully not like when you think of the Kendrick album, like it's Pimp a Butterfly or a Mr. Morale, there was these like themes and there was this like, this felt more like Damn to me than Mr. Morale.
But why are you saying it sounds like a mixtape, just in terms of like the approach to it or something? Or
there's not as much of like this like topical, like, oh, this is the art form that I'm focusing on. This felt fun.
To me, it's the fucking beat production that really makes me feel that way. Only because like this GNX record, the production, like I said, it's like this weird juxtaposition of incredible vocal with kind of like basic beats in a cool way, and that's what makes that cool. But usually Kendrick shit is like new, unheard of type beats, right? Like game changing type beats. And this one is just more old school. Something about it that does feel like a mixtape, and I fucking hate when Colin's right. But
I'm gonna get deeper into this. David, hello.
Hola.
Dude, how was glass blowing?
Did I tell you that's what I was doing?
No, a bunch of people just put it on social media. I was just scrolling Twitter and there was a picture of you in goggles glass blowing.
It was sweet. I made a gigantic bong. And
send it to me or what?
It was awesome. I do apologize for being late. I was walking home, halfway home from the office, and it's like, where are you? We're supposed to be blowing glass.
Being late is not as bad as your fucking atrocious lighting right now.
God damn it.
No, it's just you look like you're recording this on a BlackBerry.
Is he fucking full kid? Do you have camo pants on too?
Yeah, dead up. I think it's because he was in camo.
I was fishing today on Lake Michigan
No,
too.
those fish could never see you coming, baby.
So wait, explain to me something. So far, your day has been. State what you've done today.
At 6 a.m. I got to Lake Michigan to get on a boat in fucking freezing cold weather and go fishing. That was awesome. That's why I'm wearing my hunting gear, because I was actually on the lake and it was windy and blustering and shit.
You were camouflaged from the fish?
It has nothing to do with the camouflage, Colin. It has everything to do with staying warm. And then I went and recorded a podcast about the Bears losing. And then I started to walk home to record this. And then I found out I had to go blow glass. So yeah, I've had a weird day. I went from fishing to making bongs in like a
glass, you stupid bitch. I love that.
You live
Have you ever done that before?
No, and I want you to send me that bong that you made, dude.
Dave,
I
you
will,
live the
I
best
will
life.
not send you this one. I will send you another one.
Like you're gonna use it, you bitch.
Dave's like, yo, I'm gonna have a steak dinner. Then I'm gonna go to bed. Maybe a glass of wine or two. Then I'm gonna go fishing on Lake Michigan. Then I'm gonna go blow a glass bong.
There you go, David.
Oh shit! And then I'm gonna get high with my dog.
Yo, let's go, baby.
Damn. You know what?
We have kids and weed on the podcast. Let's go.
Look at everything else we talked about. This is that was the opening. That was the opening. Connor Anthony. That was the opening of the podcast. You want to go back?
Dave, I loved one of the last times I was with Dave is when we were in fucking West Virginia, wherever the fuck it was. And Dante's like, hey, do you want an edible? And Dave's like, give me 2. And Dante's like, you don't fucking need 2. And Dave's like, give me fucking 2.
Dave slept the entire time.
5 minutes, that motherfucker was out for hours.
Yo, we got out of the rest stop to go get fucking ice cream or Subway or some shit. And Dave was knocked the fuck out in the back of the car the entire time.
I was in the passenger seat, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad you took shotgun and just slept the whole way. It's so sick.
I've developed the ability to just sleep like this.
Yo, that's a you know what? Then that means that you know how to tour. That's what a lot of touring is about. Is sleeping.
You trying to say I'm going to be a rock star?
That is exactly what we're trying to say.
We've been working on it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Dude, if you wore that camo and bring Ace with you and a fucking guitar on stage, nobody give a shit what you play.
Can we make Dave the new Oliver Anthony? Like, find a spot for him to record, like just like the worst spot possible to record.
Can I tell you that I can't believe to this day we haven't made Dave a song and actually recorded like Dave singing it, fix it, tune it, do the whole thing, and have Dave release a fucking song and be like, "Fuck you, Portnoy."
But we should make it as good as possible. Like,
I'll write the lyrics and then I'll write like
no, Dave, you don't get to write anything.
No, you don't do anything.
No, Dave,
no.
You're just gonna sing, baby. When we need content, we'll call you.
Yeah.
We don't come to your job and blow glass, Dave.
No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this unbelievable like country Americana song, and then you're just gonna sing it, and then they're gonna tune the vocals, and we're gonna make an amazing music video with you. You're gonna be the man of the people, Dave. Like you're just gonna be
There's a world in which I could fucking like record you into my Pro Tools using an actual mic and like produce your vocals over like so we don't have to like get together. We can make this happen.
Dude, what if we made Dave like the liberal Oliver Anthony? Like
that would be a good bit, dude.
Like
that'd be a hilarious
country libtard.
Yes.
Fucking fantastic.
I'm leaving Twitter for blue sky.
We've got $1 million ideas over here. We just never do it.
Isn't your favorite singer basically that, Colin?
Who, Isbell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's legitimately.
I love women and the rights.
This is the end of the patriarchy. Yeah, dude,
we're don't care.
Yeah. Right. I don't know where the podcast started. If we're jumping in here, I don't know where we're cutting it. Our guests are O.A.R. Thank you, O.A.R. Thank you, Weishfest. Fucking back to Kendrick Lamar.
Not cutting anything. I have a statement that I want to make as a giant Lil Wayne fan. I've been a fan of Lil Wayne since like Hot Boy, like way Cash Money, like all this shit back in the day.
My favorite rapper of all time.
He's being a little bitch.
Yes, agreed.
He's being a little bitch.
Agreed.
And you need to chill the fuck out because what Kendrick said, Kendrick comes out on top. Again, he's like, never got a congratulations for somebody who fucking worked for it and came up in the hood and is playing the Super Bowl and said I got wah, 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 blah, blah, blah. And you're like, kind of got a point.
This album, I think Johnny used the word victory lap. It's not as much. It's more of a victory lap mixtape than it is an album.
My word, fuck you.
Sorry, I apologize. I think what we're learning is there's just somebody you don't want to fuck with in the music industry. And it just might be Kendrick Lamar. Like Drake is now doing, he's not even rapping anymore. He's hanging out with these fucking Twitch streamers, which by the way, I have nothing against Twitch streamers. That is a different lane than music. You can tell the music industry is dying by the fact that every day, all I see Complex Music tweet is like, look what Kai Cenat did today. It's like, bro, what have we become, my dear?
I love that fucking guy, though.
But I'm saying it's weird to me to watch Drake sitting on a stream with this dude XQC and gambling, and this is how Complex Media is getting their clips about the beef.
That to me, this doesn't bug me at all. They're the new mainstream media.
I was going to say, does that just make you old?
No, I'm saying I'm okay with it. Like it's a different platform. That's fine. I'm just saying it is super Steve Buscemi with the skateboard. What's up, my fellow youths? For Drake, as like a 38-year-old man, to be going and sitting down with like a 19-year-old Twitch streamer and being like, "Yo, let's run this shit, homie." Like, shut up, dude.
I'm not even talking about Drake, but I fully support this. Like the alternative to that is going on Jimmy Fallon and like talking to a robot. You know, like this is the new place to go promote albums.
I'm in support of the streamers themselves. I'm saying it's weird. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Drake seems to be one to be attracting the kids nowadays. He's doing whatever he's got to do to get them. Like, I don't know. Just fucking, if you're Drake, go make an album.
Too, like, it's wild. Kai had fucking like John Cena and shit on his fucking stream. All the comments were like, I can't believe he ghosted us like that, telling us we'd have John Cena on there.
There's nobody there.
I heard this story about John Cena that is pure hearsay. Okay, so I have no idea whether it's true. It's allegedly, but someone I knew ended up sitting next to me on a plane, like in first class. This was years ago, and said it was like from LA to New York or something. Said for the entire flight he just sat playing Candy Crush. Like the entire flight, just sat playing that. And to me, that was just such a fucking funny image. Like, I mean, I do the same shit on flights, but just picturing that giant dude just being like, duke, 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 duke.
John Cena freaks me out. I can't explain it.
All I know is that, like, I didn't know a fucking thing about him, but his comedic roles are fucking fantastic, dude. That guy is so funny. I mean, it's fun because I've heard him on, like, Dax Shepard's podcast and Joe Rogan's podcast, and he's, like, a serious person. Not
very
like
serious,
but like serious person. But then the comedy level that he's at, his one character that he plays, but it's so funny. He's so good.
He has my favorite like Twitter meme of all time. Like whenever somebody in the NBA is playing bad and the joke is like, get ready to play for the Guangdong Tigers in China. And they just put up the video of John Cena like eating Chinese ice cream in his car and speaking fluent Chinese. It's my favorite thing in the world. Guy fucking really wants to sell movies in China. I digress. Back to GNX, the Kendrick album.
Oh yeah.
For the fifth time back.
Dude, no, there was like 3 times before we even got on. Dave, this has been a fucking mess so far.
I can't see Dave because of his camo.
Yeah, this floating head is trying to talk to me.
Talking.
But here's my big talking point.
Pants on too. There's my nutsack.
That's so tight. Can I tell you that I told my wife yesterday that I think I'm going to start wearing camo? She goes, "You better fucking not."
Dude, I swear to God, absolute best hoodie I own. I would wear it daily if
only we were a Barstool podcast and I could get Barstool merch.
Damn, if only Dante
I can't even get this shit. Like the outdoor shit is off limits to me. Like all of my shit I can get, whatever, like no problem. But like the outdoor shit's no, you can't have it.
Interesting.
I know it's annoying.
Yo,
back to Kendrick.
Back to Kendrick.
Dude, I'm listening to this as the worst. Like, I'm gonna like list it literally as
that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think people are gonna like it. I think if I say this is the worst thing I've ever done, go listen to it. There you go.
No. Think about the podcast you actually listen to. Like, unless it's a serious podcast, like a serious interview, you listen to the dudes you like talk about anything.
Yeah. Should we?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's us. Maybe like we're not that interesting or
I
whatever,
enjoy
but like
it
that's
being
what.
bad.
Yeah.
I love action movies, dude. Extraction is one of the greatest movies of all time. It's fucking terrible.
Extraction 2 wasn't as good as Extraction 1, but it was also.
I mean, you're wrong.
what do you mean I'm
whatever.
wrong?
Extraction 2 is art.
No, okay, Mr. fucking chain gun against the helicopter, fucking shooting like. No, dope. Don't get me wrong. I love
Everything you're saying.
I'm just saying the first one was better. That's all.
Did you guys watch that movie, The Beekeeper? We talked about that with
Dude,
Jason
I
Statham.
was surprised at how good it was. Not like how good it was, but like I was surprised that at the end of it, I went, "That was a good time."
Dude, the thing that I thought was hysterical about that movie, usually when they do like dude does revenge movie like Taken or whatever, like there's a legitimate reason. You took my daughter and my wife.
Yeah.
All bets are off. I can kill everyone. And either I missed something or like there was a woman who got like credit card frauded.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm going to kill 5,000 people
Yeah.
because this poor old lady got like
Johnny,
some
we're gonna
credit
go
card
into this.
fraud.
She fucking killed herself because she lost all of the money for like a children's
I know,
fund.
but that doesn't justify 5,000
She's the
deaths.
only lady who would ever take care of Jason.
Spoiler alert.
Statham.
Spoiler alert. The best Jason Statham movie is Crank. You ever seen Crank?
Can I tell you, I like a Jason Statham because I can allow myself to be dumb. I can allow myself to like those movies.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
Dude,
See, I am the exact opposite. I can't pull myself to. That's why I'm like anti Will Ferrell for the most part.
oh, see, okay, yeah, you and my wife, so you're a lot like my wife. That's cool.
I'll tell you what.
I would love to talk to your wife about this because we are like.
She's like, he's just so dumb. He's not funny. And I'm like, that's because you can't allow yourself to be dumb. Be dumb.
I can't do it.
Like people are like, why do you like a
Step
Fast and
Brothers.
Furious movie? And I'm like, they've got cars, they've got chicks, they've got explosions. What more do you want? Rapper.
Yeah, there's nothing else. You got Ludacris in space.
Now I can go into movies like Top Gun, which I don't think it obviously did win Oscars, but the acting's not great. If I can go into movies if I know what I'm getting into, but like I don't know. There's like, have you ever seen the movie with Jason Statham? They're in the fucking prison, Death Race, I think.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Fucking horrific movie.
It's great for that
The
reason.
absolute worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my life, and I know you two would like it.
The Fast and
I know you
Furious
would
with
like
him and The Rock.
Hobbs and Shaw
was so fucking good, dude. It's
That's
so
offensive to me that you like that movie.
I love it so much, man. It's so good.
offensive to me.
Dude, you know who I think does the perfect balance of like it's not great, but it's not terrible is who's the guy that makes Yellowstone? Taylor Sheridan. You like makes all those shows. I'm literally watching like 5 Taylor Sheridan shows now. They're all the same.
Everything.
Like,
yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Oh my god!
But
did you see-
it's like perfect amount of like action, just smart enough dialogue. You were like,
Yes.
this seems somewhat accurate, but then also
The
it's
music's
not
fantastic.
the music's fantastic.
Yeah,
Did
very good
the
music
dialogue,
supervisors. Yeah.
Holy shit! Did you see that fucking clip from that show Landman where Billy Bob Thornton is talking to his daughter? I swear to God, I will word for word recite you the dialogue.
We love a Billy Bob, man.
They're at a high school football game, and Billy Bob Thornton says to his daughter, "Are you two having sex?" Because he's talking about, I guess, the boyfriend's on the football team. And she's like, "Of course we are, Dad." And he's like, "Were you being careful?" And she says, "We have a rule. As long as he doesn't come in me, he can come anywhere on me he wants." And then Billy Bob Thornton looks off into the distance, and the scene ends. Oh my God, dude. I swear to God, I replayed it because I was like, that's not real. That's AI.
So speaking of Landman, I give a huge shout out to Tanner Usray and 49 Winchester because both in that first episode got some huge syncs on that.
Flatland Cavalry. We've had a
lot of guests we've had on the show. I don't know if you guys have been on, but 49 Winchester, they've been on a handful of times now. They're really fucking blowing up. They were unbelievably good in concert. I want to go back to Yellowstone real quick though. Johnny, that scene, I think it was what season are they on right now? Like 5
and a half.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. It was season 4 then when the hippie chicken and Beth getting like the 10-minute fist fight.
Yeah.
It is the worst television in the history of TV.
Love it.
That's what I'm saying about him, though. Like
Yeah.
he knows where that line is of where it's just like bad enough. You're not like, oh fuck this, I'm turning it off. You're like, oh, this is bad. I enjoy it. You know?
I found our goal for 2025.
I still love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found our goal for
Movie
2025.
reviews?
No. We're going to get liberal Oliver Anthony White Sox Dave song on a Taylor Sheridan show. That's what we're gonna do.
Good goal. We never made him a rock star, so maybe this can go with that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, Dave, we need like a list of like talking points that we could write songs about. Like
His camo should be like books, so he blends in at the library. And instead of like a big gun, he's just got like an SM7 and a really nice.
My AR-40. My AR is my microphone.
Yeah.
My AR is my guitar. My AR is my guitar. There's your fucking lyrics.
oh my
Dave.
god,
Maybe
AR
Dave
is
is
my
writing
guitar.
lyrics. Let's fucking go.
dude, and Dave's song should.
You
be,
can't
if
spell
want,
guitar without AR.
Dave's song should be called. Dave's song should be "If You Want My Gun, Come Kiss Me For It."
Oh my god, guys. What are we
If you
doing?
want
That's
my
how we
gun,
make
just
I've
outlaw
told,
it, I'll
I've told
gladly
Johnny
hand it
this
over.
a million times. This is how we make $1 million. It is
Pro
not
government,
trying
Pro
hard. It's not by
pro government.
I was going to
back
ask
to Kendrick Lamar.
but wait, Dante tweeted or texted, I forget what it was, about the new Wicked movie, saying it's like the greatest. I don't know. Is this a real thing that this movie's going to be good, or is it a joke?
So Wicked and Gladiator 2 like collectively broke box office records from like the last 4 or 5 years for opening weekend. So they're like, movies are back, man. It's Wicked with Ariana Grande. What do you want? You know what I mean? Like it's
I don't care about either of those movies, and I love Gladiator. I love Gladiator. I did not need a Gladiator 2.
I
can't
want
wait
to see if I'm actually vindicated in my Denzel take. Because if I am,
I heard he's the best part of the movie.
I can't wait to see it.
He
Can't wait.
usually is.
What's
He's
your take,
always
Dave, on
this-
Denzel?
That he's
Oh.
the same fucking guy in every movie.
He is the same guy in every movie.
Yeah,
Nobody's
you're not
arguing
wrong.
that.
Yeah, that's
I just watched Training Day like
You
last
say that
week.
at Barstool Sports and you get fucking crucified.
Well, then may the
But they
Lord.
probably also like Forrest Gump at Barstool Sports. What are you going to do?
I
Forrest
love
Gump's a great
Forrest
movie.
Gump. What a great movie!
I'm not doing this again, guys.
That's a
Wait, you
great
don't like
fucking
Forrest
movie,
Gump?
Ron.
We've done this. We've done this 1,000 times.
Have
I
we?
know, but
He's one of those hipsters that's like so anti.
No, it's not a hipster. Here, go watch. I've done. I feel like I'm doing a bit like the 10th time. Like your guys are fucking with me. Go watch that movie again and tell me it's not just Tom Hanks doing a terrible impression of a person with like Down syndrome or something. Like it's not acting. He's just like it's dumb.
Guys, help me. Johnny's favorite movies: Invictus, Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
Blood Diamond. You can't forget about Blood Diamond.
What's another one?
And
I did like both of those movies.
District 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking
Chappie.
Chappie, the other one with the
Chappie?
guy. Yeah.
I never watched Chappie.
Can I say something real quick, just on the topic of music? And I know people feel whatever this way about them, but and speaking of Chappie, there is a new documentary about Diane Antwoord on Amazon. And it's the first time that they've been humanized a little bit in an interview, and because it goes back to like how the two of them met, what club they met at, how they did the breakup and getting back together. Their daughters does a lot of interviews in it. It was a really like fucking really cool documentary called Zeph.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
Really good.
Diane Antwoord looks like if they did a documentary about them, it would be like interviewing two people that got caught up in the whirlwind of Breaking Bad. Like they look like they're like New Mexico tweakers is what they look like.
Yeah, but now they look like rich New Mexico tweakers who are like beat up and tired.
Yeah.
You know, but that's
that
kind of
checks
that's
out.
the mood for the documentary. Like it's I don't want to say it's like a serious documentary. It is, but like it's not
Early
all-
on. Early on in their career, they got together with the guy I think who ended up directing a lot of their videos, and they crafted a lot of the visual look of Antwoord. And it was this guy I think called Roger Ballin.
Yeah,
and he had put out this book prior to that and all these short films about like documentaries on certain parts of South Africa, like white trash culture in South Africa. So they had this idea. Antwoord means the answer. Because if you go back to before, he was Max Normal, and he was like very like conscious hip hop, like Common, you know, where it's like thoughtful shit over like soft beats, and had the answer of like this joke project effectively that then became what they became, which is like a global phenomenon.
What's
Joke
interesting in that
music is the only
documentary,
thing that works anymore.
in that documentary, they talk about how they were trying together to make like serious hip hop shit, and then randomly they saw somebody who would have been like a Roger Basil like person in one of his photos who just looks weird, fucked up hair, weird eyeballs, and I guess Yolani's like, "Fuck, that guy's so Zeph, man," and he was like, what is Zeph? And then Ninja's like, well, then I thought that she thought he was attractive, so I just became Zeph. And they like started building persona based off like just weird looking South African fucks. It's wild. It's a good documentary.
All right, real quick, just to somehow keep us on track slightly because we're running out of time.
This is better, by the way.
It is better. I know that. Last thoughts on the Kendrick album.
Who cares at this point?
The Kendrick record is dope. I'm always happy to hear wordsmith fucking style lyrics, right? Lil Wayne is being a little bitch about it. He needs to chill out and he needs to come out. And maybe this is a setup for that, you know.
Oh, what, for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, for Super Bowl. Like, what if there's like this little tiny beef and then like the surprise, fucking Kendrick starts blasting a milli or something, you know, like.
This is what I wanted to bring up about the Kendrick album to finish it, though. Kendrick, as opposed to Drake, who I'm starting to see doesn't understand the internet that well, Kendrick understands the fucking internet and how to use it.
Oh, yeah,
and do you know what line I'm talking about in the record? Mustard. When he fucking screams mustard as loud as humanly possible in the break of that song, that was done for literally memes. I went on Twitter yesterday, and the first 90 things I saw were like someone photoshopping Shrek screaming mustard, someone photoshopping Dragon Ball Z screaming mustard. He knows how to use the internet and the trolls and fucking he's a genius.
That's a good fucking point, Colin.
I'm once again, Drake doesn't understand it anymore. Drake is so busy trying to fucking get the youth, pause, to listen to his music and fucking think he's cool. It's just not working. I don't buy it anymore. But well, fuck. What else did we want to talk about music related?
Linkin Park record.
Yeah, loved it. Robbie Fox texted me this morning and said, "What did you think of it?" And I said, "Oh, I'm very, biased because I love Emily Armstrong. I thought it was well done. I think it's a good blend of their old stuff and the new stuff. I think it's nice."
Can I tell you? Friends of mine, a lot of that band, grew up listening to, like, when I was 14, I had the 2-song cassette tape sampler of Linkin Park. Like, I know a lot about them. It's fine. It's fine. It's more, it's like I kind of fell off after Hybrid Theory or maybe Meteora just because, like, I just never really needed to hear, fuck it, this will come back to bite me in the ass, but, like, I never needed to hear Mike rap ever again, His producer mindset's fucking incredible, but Chester was the thing, and now Emily is the thing, and I don't know. I feel like they're trying to, like, blur the line between keeping their old Linkin Park fans in that sound, as opposed to maybe exploring what can I do with somebody like Emily that's different. I don't know. It's fine, is I guess what I'm saying.
There's only 2 eras, or there's 3 eras of Linkin Park. There's Meteora, there's Hybrid Theory, and then there's Transformer soundtrack songs. That's what they did.
Do you see their fucking South American shows that they're playing?
Dude, they're huge.
Dude. And what's crazy is that our good buddies, Colin Britton, drummer, and Emily Armstrong, singer, they've played in bands, but nothing, not even fucking close to this. So to see their reactions and the words that they're posting on socials about playing these giant shows is fucking inspiring. It's incredible. Like, it's good for you guys, man.
I mean, Emily earned it, man. Emily earned it. And I mean, Colin did too.
Hard.
Yeah. But
talk about
Emily,
somebody who got, like, her band was a certain size for 15 years.
Yep.
Becoming super popular, everybody's favorite band, but could never get through, and she never stopped. Thank God, because that voice is a gift to the world.
There was like 2 or 3 other things we wanted to. Oh, Zach Bryan stopping his show after he got
the comments on every post about it. People are dogging him hard.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's a little.
Of course, I'm saying that, like, everybody's off the ZB train.
I said this before and I'll say it again. I will never stop listening to somebody's music because I dislike them as a human. I'm a Kanye fan. I still like Zach Bryan's music. Problem. You're a bitch, dude. Did you see the shit with UFC?
No.
So at the UFC event last weekend, a bunch of fighters walked out to Zach Bryan songs, which was random as hell. It's UFC, and these dudes are like from like South America and like wherever, and they're walking out to like acoustic Zach Bryan songs. And then after this one fighter wins, he's like, "Yeah, by the way, I want to give a special shout out to Zach Bryan." But he sounded like he was like, "To Zach Bryan, I'm gonna come see his concert here next month." And it was like, "All right, fucking cool." That was weird. Turns out Zach Bryan's management reached out to that fighter's management and asked for a shout out if he won. because his ex-girlfriend who works for Barstool, Brianna, was at the UFC thing. He's a petty little bitch, dude.
I didn't know this part.
Yes. Brianna
So-
Chicken Fry was sitting fucking front row.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
then
it was an awkward, like you said, it was awkward. It's like,
yeah.
he's like, yeah.
And
It's
yeah,
funny. It's funny that some people still don't understand that if there's some like bad press going around, the number one thing you do is just ignore it. Don't say a fucking word. Don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. And let alone like start like getting all these things coming out about all the things you're doing behind the scenes. Like you're making it so much worse, big dog.
Dude, the internet moves so fucking fast.
Oh, that's why I'm like, you just and there's times in everybody's bands where like, fuck, this is something. Should we say something? And our manager is like, nope.
yeah.
Fucking
Nobody cares, man.
Nope.
Yeah, don't be weird, man. That was some weird ass shit. I just love the fact the UFC fighter went on a podcast the next day and they're like, yeah, so you shouted out Zach Bryan. What was that about? He goes, I don't even know who Zach Bryan is. My manager told me to do it. It was paid
But that's
promotion.
how it
basically.
got out.
Yes. He was like, I don't even know who Zach Bryan is, but my manager told me that his manager reached out and said, like, yo, give Zach a shout out if you win. And they were like, so it's basically paid promotion. He goes, yep, 100%. Pussy.
What a
Bro.
loser. I actually wonder if his like sales are like ticket sales are doing well. How did
I mean, he's getting hit with shit at concerts. That's pretty funny.
At that concert, like the comments on the Insta shit is like, look, the mic stands taller than he is and shit.
Yeah, dude. I love when the internet turns its collective eye on one person. They're like,
Yeah.
pussy.
We just want all to say more of like, just shut up, dude.
100%.
Stop, dude. Stop. You're making it worse.
What else are we gonna talk about? Oh, the CMA awards were on. I just wanted to bring this up for one reason, because there's a split on social media. Half the people were like, "Fuck yeah, dude, country's so big now." The other half's like, "Not my country music. Fucking what is this bullshit?" Well, I wanted to bring this up. Chris Stapleton won male vocalist of the year last night. Guess how many times he's won it?
8.
Yeah, that was a good
No,
guess.
no, I've read the story.
Times. Fucking when did Traveler come out? That first record,
like
2017, 18.
Yeah. Something like that.
He's
wins
one
it
of
every-
those ones where it's like you just can't hate on him winning all of them. Like, what are you
Agreed.
gonna do? Like, it sucks if you're. I forget who it was. There was some time when someone won like a Grammy and walked out, and their speech was like, "I want to thank Stevie Wonder for not making a record this year, because like otherwise he's winning it." And it sucks if you're the dude trying to win against Chris Stapleton, but
Right.
fuck, he is that good.
It does suck balls. We're entering into award season. But one of the interns actually brought this up. We should do an anti-Grammys. We should do basically a Razzies for Grammys this year. Like we
That's a
should
good
just-
idea.
You should
The
live
worst of the
stream
worst
it
of
too.
the year. Dude, yeah, we should, dude, fucking like the player haters ball basically is what we're going to do. I want to do that. We should do a regular Grammys event and we should do a fucking hater ass event. Who would win worst new artist? Like, who's going to win worst album of the year?
Invite him on the show.
Yo,
Yeah.
we need a name for this, and we don't need to tell them what it's for, and just be like, hey, do you want to come on and accept your Whammies award? Like
Whammies award.
the Whammies, dude.
Spammies, jammies.
What should our
Grammys.
trophy be? It should be a cutout of Machine Gun Kelly's razor blade guitar.
It should be something that Dave Glass blows, a giant dick.
Yeah, dude, I like that.
I mean, I have exceptional glass blowing skills based on
What you
today.
do, dude.
So
Try to find out what that mouth
Like I
is.
have experience. Yo, Dave,
Uh,
let's do.
What them lips do.
they're actually nice and chapped from being on the boat all morning.
Damn, keep
I
saying
suck.
things. Keep saying things I'm gonna like, dude. What the fuck else were we talking about? Damn. Poor O.A.R. for being a part of this episode. Go ahead, Johnny.
No, this
what
is
was
a fantastic episode, and I love O.A.R. and they were fantastic at Wishfest as usual. Mark is the absolute man. Love
Go.
that dude.
Go.
Dave, you're such a good
Justin
interviewer, by the way.
Bieber? That's what we were going to talk about. You see,
Hey, what am I? What'd
You're
you
a good
say?
interviewer.
I like interviewing in person. On Zoom, I'm awful. It's like night and day.
Whatever.
Johnny, you were talking about somebody.
Yeah, the timing's all off on Zoom.
I
Um,
hate it on Zoom.
Haley Bieber tweeted, as per usual, Billboard is shit or dumb as fuck or something. because Justin Bieber was only ranked number 8 on the greatest pop stars of the 21st century.
Is
What do
she
you
right?
got?
It doesn't matter.
Number 8 is Bieber, 7 Kanye West, 6 Britney Spears, 5 Gaga, 4 Drake, 3 Rihanna, and then you said Taylor Swift and Beyonce, right?
The point
Nightmare
is
blunt
that it
rotation.
doesn't matter if she's right or wrong. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's called
too
champagne
close to
problems, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like you're impartial or anything like that.
And also, it's not like he was like 35.
Yeah.
It's like 8. You want to be higher than Rihanna? That's not happening. You want to be higher than... I mean, I'll swap him out for Drake because Drake is the most boring pop star of the 21st century.
Agreed. Damn.
He's
So
not bigger than Kanye.
who will be number 1 and number 2? I only could wonder. It's fucking Swift and Beyonce.
They were left off.
Yeah.
I see.
Lord.
Yeah. Lord. Yo, shout out Lord.
Oh, the Lord. Anyways, we got to go to this other meeting.
Yeah, let's call this. Let's go into our interview with O.A.R. We'll wrap it this week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll be back next week with the semi-normal episode, I think. Bye.
All right, we're back for interview 2 of Barstool Backstage. We're with our good friends, O.A.R. of a Revolution, legends of the game for 25 years now or so, right? You guys are getting
30.
old, almost 30.
Dave's dad does not refer to you as that.
This is your guys' second.
He was telling a story before.
I told you this story. So Mark was one of the first people to hop on the show when we first started it, and I truly believe that if you hadn't done that, it wouldn't have snowballed into the show that it's become. We've had a lot of huge guests, and you were the first like actual real live band that we had on. It was awesome for us. But my dad doesn't fly, and I told you this like years ago. I don't know if you remember. And my mom's from New Jersey, so anytime we go out to my grandparents in Jersey for summer vacation or whatever, my dad would make me drive with them from Chicago, which isn't a horrible drive, like 12, 13 hours, whatever. But that was back in the burning CDs days, and I would, burn your guys' CDs, wasn't paying for them, but I would play. I would throw them in, and my dad would get into the music. And usually, my dad was introducing like Led Zeppelin, the Stones, whoever, Dire Straits to me. You know, it was the reverse. He's like, "Man, this is great. This is great." And eventually, I would put on some 41 or whoever it was at the time, and he's like, "No, go back to the Oars." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Go back to the Oars right now. Go back to the Oars." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "Go back to the Oars." I'm like, "You mean O.A.R.?" And he's like, "Whatever, just play it." So that was the story 20 years ago, and it's all full circle today.
So that's crazy because when there was the band, the Hives and Strokes, and they were all coming out kind of in the same time. I'm pretty sure we jokingly referred to ourselves as the Oars.
So it wasn't
so your dad might have like been hanging around one time when we were saying that, and he's dead on.
Dead on, yeah.
And that there was a small section of our career where we might have been the Oars for a second.
Where did the name of a Revolution come from?
So imagine we're in a basement. There's, it's after school. We want to come up with a new band name. Our first band name was Exposed Youth, which when you're in 6th, 7th, 8th grade is completely fine.
Now I know where this is going.
So it's like, all right, new band name time.
That's great.
And we start going through it, and we're like, we don't want to have one of those band names, like Green Wallpaper, just something that doesn't mean anything. So I had been writing a short story at the time called The Wanderer, which was essentially just a journey story, in there was a sentence that said, "This will be the blank of a revolution." And we thought, you know what? We want to have something mysterious. So we're going to call ourselves O.A.R. of a Revolution with an ellipses before it and a period after it. And no one will ever know what that first word is, blank of a revolution. And when we've held on to that little secret amongst us for forever, and that's, again, kids in a basement, big dreams, Goonies style.
I love that analogy.
So that's where it came from.
Sick. You guys have had quite the year through, I think, the best festival of 2024. I'm so happy for you and also pissed that we weren't invited.
Yeah.
We better be there next year. But, dude, how did you, pull this off? The scale of it, the lineup, it was unbelievable.
Being in that world just a little bit, because we do the Windy City Smokeout, and we I see but it's the biggest pain in the ass of all time.
It looks
of
like the
all time.
hardest thing to not only get off the ground but execute in the world.
So, first off, it happened because
We're talking about Ocean's Calling, by the way.
Ocean's Calling. Yeah. It is festival in Ocean City, Maryland. That is coming up on it will be its 3rd year coming up, and it started with the great Tim Sweetwood. This is a dude who creates the greatest festivals in America. His fingers on the pulse of what people want to do with their time. And he created See Here Now and Innings Festival and Shaky Knees. And one day, it's 2020 March, days before the pandemic. I mean, this is the last show. People are dropping like flies. Like, I'm telling you, bands were canceling up to the second. And he asked what we were up to. And I probably made up some bullshit what we were up to.
Right.
And
super
said,
busy, man.
What about we make a festival, in Maryland? And then we got on Google Earth and we looked for a location. And it was built by an amazing dude who knows how to build, and including partners in us who care so much about the curation and Maryland and everything that comes with that. And it just worked. And we went to City Hall, met with the mayor, and ground up, got to know the town that we'd known our whole lives. But together with this force of Sweetwood and what he was capable of, the sky was the limit. And so we were given that opportunity, and when it succeeded, then we were kind of like, okay,
right,
let's do it again. So we were just given an opportunity and were able to follow through on that opportunity, and it's been the greatest gift that O.A.R has probably had. I can't remember the other moments in our career.
A minute, right?
I was gonna say, is that just a totally different kind of feeling of accomplishment versus, putting out a hit record or something? I mean, seeing, like, creating something like that, helping to build something like that, and seeing that many people enjoy it, and not just people, but like your people, your hometown people.
It's the greatest feeling in the world, because when you're walking up the beach, you feel as if you are simultaneously inside your CD little case that you had in your car.
Yeah.
Right? You're simultaneously going through all the CDs that you loved in your car. And then you'll see Noah Khan. The groups that are coming after those groups and the lineage of that. And this festival is capturing that all in one place in one weekend. So it is a trip, man. It's like you're walking around this thing thinking, oh my God, this is the most amazing opportunity as a band. But then on the other side, you're like, I'm in a time machine. Mm-hmm. And this is the best weekend of my life. So I'm a fan of the festival too.
So you got superstars out last year. I'll phrase it like this. We're at Weishfest right now. It's a way to Weishfest. Obviously, we're paying it forward. All proceeds for this event today go straight to families battling cancer. Do you think of it like O.A.R kind of paid it forward to the next generation of your guys' genre of music in a way? Does that question make sense? Like, because these guys did follow your guys' foot, like the kind of trail you guys blazed,
I mean, it's a weird one to answer. I mean, there's a couple of times along the way when we're acknowledged in that role, it is so flattering. I mean, because we just think of, any band that influenced us, whether it's Pearl Jam or The Cure or the Beastie Boys or Genesis or whatever. I mean, these are legendary, iconic bands that have, inspired us since we were kids, basically. So to even be included in a conversation with somebody saying, you guys really influenced me to start music, is like crazy to understand and process. But it's so flattering and cool. But I think it also, maybe part of that question, I could answer it in a different way, is that, like, we're very, there's joy in camaraderie and celebrating other bands and accomplishments and stuff like that. We've found over the years there is a little bit of, some egos or some, I don't know what the word would be, but basically we're not interested in working with bands like that. We have fun with
right.
working with our friends.
Yeah.
And I think that spirit comes across.
You got beef with anybody?
Oh, he wants to know beef.
Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. Just say it.
Love those guys.
No, I'm joking. I know you guys love those guys. I was trying to conjure up a beef.
Over the years, we had a beef over the years with Dispatch.
Dispatch, come on.
Yeah.
Chad Stokes.
And you know what we did about it? We all got together and hung out for like 60 days straight on a summer tour and had the best time ever.
Right?
And we all, if you sat us down right now with Brad and Chad and you said, hey, what was that all about? We'd be, oh, none of us know.
Mm-hmm.
We just remember 20,000 years ago, we had a gig together where I'm pretty sure our crews got into it. And then we didn't play shows together for 20 years. And then we did a whole tour together 3 or 4 years ago. And it was the most fun.
Yeah, and it's not really ever the bands that are really, because behind the scenes there's the crew, and sometimes the crew has an ego with the way that if they're headlining, they don't want to move anything on the stage. And if you're the opener, you got to set up around what they've already set up. And then there's like, well, can you move a little here? Can you move a little there?
It's always the tour managers. Always.
We've heard stories.
No offense.
So I think with Chad and Brad, it's like we joked about it all summer long.
Yeah,
and now we are like we're thick as thieves.
Like I say this a lot. If there's anybody on planet Earth, I could punch him in the face, right in the nose. It would be like me as a 15-year-old. Number 2 would be like me as a 20-year-old. Number 3 would be like me as a 25-year-old. So I'm assuming it was just a bunch of younger guys, just egos getting
Oh yeah, and no, none of the band members ever. Yeah, I don't
good.
remember ever even having any confrontation. We were all hugs. We were all hugs. Yeah, no. I guess we just don't. We don't really. We mix well with every group because we're just so happy to be there.
You guys are the most chill, humble guys on earth.
I will attest to that. I became huge fans of you guys, not just musically, but as people. I think it was 2019 when we were still at Bourbon Street for Weishfest. And it was, I remember, I don't know, I don't want to get you guys in trouble or anything, but the headline act was Mark Roberge and Friends. Because
there were radius clauses.
Yeah, there was a radius clause issue. And I'm such a fucking idiot that you're up there playing with the band, undisclosed to everybody, and I'm saying to Dan and Dave, holy shit, these guys sound like they've played together forever. Like, they sound unbelievable. And Dan's like, yeah, idiot, it's because it's O.A.R. Like,
yeah,
we just couldn't advertise them. And I'm like, he was like, Mark wanted to do the show so bad with the band that we had to, and I was like, man, they... Like,
you've bailed us out a handful of times. Like, as you know...
I was going to say bail us out. You bailed us out.
How so? Like,
that
was like with the
bring the
left.
guitar.
That's true.
We did not have a guitar, and you delivered a guitar.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
so
That was 2021. That was, or 2 maybe?
Right. And
it was post-pandemic.
Tell this story because we have new viewers that
okay.
have no idea about this.
And correct me when I'm wrong, because I'll be wrong. But in the beginning of, I guess it was called On the Guest List.
At the time it was,
right?
Yeah, right.
And they were wanting Dave to learn guitar. And I said, well, use one of my guitars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sent a guitar out.
You did.
Almost immediately needed that guitar back. We're in Chicago. We're playing Weishfest, and I don't have my guitar. I don't remember if it broke or something. I just didn't have one. And this dude, you showed up with one of my favorites that I was psyched to give to you, but I was also like real psyched to see I'd get back.
Beautiful guitar.
And man,
I bought the exact same one, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I bought the exact same one later. It's obviously not that one, but I have the exact same one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's how much I liked it, yeah.
Well, and so I took it back after that, obviously. Sorry about that. I should have left it with you. But Dave did save the day at that one. What year was that, right?
It was post-pandemic because
things were wacky. I remember
they were weird, yeah. And it would have had to be because I remember I took the bus.
Because we were here last year, and that was the last.
But I remember, like, I was walking around with that guitar, like, yeah, I'm giving the guitar. I'm letting Mark Roberge borrow my guitar, not telling him the whole
dude,
story.
You brought it right
actually,
up to the side stage.
Yeah,
I
right.
remember,
right.
Yeah.
I'm with the band coming through.
Yeah.
And afterwards, obviously drinks are flowing that night. I'm on the bus to come back north to the city, and Weishfest used to be held on the far south side, like 30 miles south, like a good solid hour drive. And they're like, you can hear and someone's like, someone leave a guitar backstage? And I'm like, shit. So I almost forgot the guitar that night, but I got it back.
Oh, so you did take it from there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, good. And where is it now? Have I?
No, I sent it back to you.
Okay, you sent it back.
I sent that back to you.
I was gonna say, hold on to it, man.
No, I got it. I bought the same guitar. I got for someone who can't play guitar well at all. I have that guitar. I have that guitar. I told that story. A couple Fender Strats. I bought a guitar from a pawn shop in Germany that I was hoping it was going to be one of those like rare finds. Yeah, I bought it for like 50 euros and hauled it back. It's actually like a $300 guitar. I looked it up, so a little ROI. But for someone who can't play guitar, I got way too many guitars.
Well, that's neither here nor there. I mean, I collect a lot of things I'm no good at.
What's your favorite? What do you got?
So for me, it was hockey sticks. And then I had figured out.
I was actually just told this the other day. You played with Corey Wong up in the Minnesota thing.
Yeah, why? Was he talking shit?
No, he said that you can actually skate. He's actually pretty decent. For someone who never played hockey, he actually knows how to play hockey.
So this is one of my moments. Okay, so there's like 2 or 3 terrifying moments in my life. One was when I go to give the graduation speech at high school, and I can't read the paper that I wrote.
Wait, were you valedictorian?
No, this was like later when I was just like, here's the music guy who came back right? But I couldn't see the paper. It was too far away, and I just freestyled my speech. It was awful. You were there.
I was there.
Yeah,
It wasn't awful. I think it was awesome.
I talked about Burger King. I don't know what I was talking about. And
you black out?
I blacked out.
Those are always the best speeches, I feel like.
It was
Will
rough.
Ferrell in Old School and he's like
it was that. It was 100%
great.
like that. And so the other time that was just like that was it started in the studio, Feidelberg sitting where you're sitting, and he goes, "Hey man, you play hockey?" And I was like, "Yeah, I play hockey. I played street hockey when I was a kid, like every one of us." So then a couple weeks later, I get an invite to the Chiclets Cup.
That's what it was, right?
And I'm
By the way, how great of an event is that?
It's the greatest thing in the world, but dude, I go there and it's
they
me
have
and
real,
Nate.
They have real players.
They have
NHL players.
It's all real players. And like Mike can play, they can all play. So I go there and I'm with Nate, and he's like, thank God he's there because he can't do shit either. And so we're just sitting there, and so that day was so terrifying that I didn't know what I was doing. That I vowed. I said, I'm going to learn hockey. I was over 40 at the time, and I said, I see all these dads yelling at the kids on the ice. Their kids, skate, 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 and all these dads, they can't do shit, So I thought I'd learn hockey, and since then, I've been taking lessons and playing, and then we did an event with Corey, the Crazy Game of Hockey event in Minnesota with the Wild, which was amazing. But we have plans to do that again in another city next year, so we're going to get back into the hockey world, and so yeah, I love to collect hockey sticks, although I'm awful at it. But I'm learning. I'm doing my best. And Chief, the nicest dude in the world. I was so nervous. I'm standing on the ice. I'm looking around me. They're calling me the Muffin Man. I'm like, oh man, this is awful. And Chief comes up. He goes, it's okay, man. You can play in my my men's league anytime you want. And I thought, so I had my dude. So Feidelberg, Chief, Nate, they saved the day. Biz was very nice too, but that was a rough one.
All good people to have in your corner. Beef, actually. I
played till high school.
Okay. So you played.
I went to an all-boys high school that was like a powerhouse. I'm from Massachusetts, where hockey's huge in the Northeast.
Yeah.
And I was like this tall until I became a senior. I just got yard sailed every fucking shift. My mom was like, you're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, I never played. Got to wrap up the interview, though. Thanks for coming out year 3. Hope it's year 10 and year 12. You guys are coming back every year.
Ask your beef question.
What was it? Oh, yeah. You guys had Feidelberg in a music video, and you didn't have me. And it was a music video about Kingston Mines, if I recall correctly. Or there was a reference to Kingston Mines.
So Feidelberg, look, saw him years ago. They were at an event. KFC came to one of our record releases, which, by the way, was just the nicest thing ever for them to show up. But Feidelberg was wearing this hat, and I'm like, this dude's a movie star. He's a movie star.
He's not.
He is. And I keep telling him, that started that day. I was like, movie star. You got to be in our video one day. He just said yes. I said, it's going to be a lot of Sour Patch Kids and you in bed and all this concept. And he's like, let's do it. And I wasn't even there. We were on tour. Yeah. He went and made our music video with the director on just out of the goodness of his heart.
Oh, no, come on.
You got no, dude. You have a good eye for talent because I've been watching these Out of Order.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yes, I have.
He's a legit actor.
He is.
So I think the Out of Order, the way that show looks is incredible. Like they're doing such a good job, and I tell them all the time.
It's one of the funniest things we do, I think.
Yeah, and it looks good.
Yeah,
it looks different. The way however they're filming it, it looks.
Is
really
he
good.
gonna pay it forward? See how I work that in?
Yeah.
I like that. And get you guys a cameo on one of these or what?
You guys, you have to. I mean, they film it out. You guys all live in New York City, right? Yeah.
Very, very easy to get.
John,
right.
John, we're gonna clip this and send this to you. Get our boys in a cameo role or give them a few lines.
And before we let you go, I do have to. This is a demand I'm making of you guys. It is like I don't want to say bucket list, but it's like bucket list-ish, where I want to just go and chill with you guys at Kingston Mines one night. No cameras or nothing. We just are you guys familiar with Kingston Mines?
Yeah. Kingston Mines, the blues bar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's the best.
The best.
As long as we can go to. I got to take Richard to Richard's bar.
Oh.
Right.
We have to.
Okay.
We have to.
We got a night set. All right. Yes. You haven't been yet.
I haven't been there.
Okay.
That's the place.
Let's go.
What is your I know we're going way over time. What is your guys' favorite thing to do when you're in Chicago?
Cheesy answer, but the food is the best.
And then
I love the architecture boat tour. Even when I
best.
lived here,
Great
my wife and I would just go and do it. It's so awesome.
Great answer.
I would say food. I was at Sushi San last night.
Great spot.
I had a great time. We got some buddies from college that live here too, so it's always great to see old friends.
I have nothing. I mean, I went to Harry Carey's all the time, and I would just get the prime rib. Yeah, is that
spot?
Is
Very
that,
underrated
is that like going to
steakhouse.
Planet Hollywood? Like I don't know. Kinda. Yeah. So that's my memory of Chicago. Was we'd come, we'd play the House of Blues. We'd spend every dime that we made at the House of Blues at the hotel next door because we thought we were rock stars, and we were just like, we would literally, we played 3 nights at House of Blues, stayed at the hotel, lost our ass on room service, and everyone got a room. The crew, like we had like 40 rooms.
Yeah, but those I feel like you, especially now that you guys have had your success and you guys, you can look back on those. Those are fun times, right?
That was the best.
Yeah,
our manager sat us down. You guys are nuts. You're never gonna. This is not gonna
You
work.
guys are gonna be broke.
But our one thing in Chicago was Harry Carey's prime rib.
It's
right
behind House Blues.
Yeah.
All right. So next time you're in Chicago, you're coming by the office. We're giving you a grand tour. We're hitting La Scarola and then Richards right next door.
Yes, and I want to shoot some hoops and maybe skate.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
We
so
can
if
make
we do
that
crazy
happen
game of
easy.
hockey next year,
where are you doing it?
Get you guys in. It's a surprise location.
Okay.
And it's going to be NHL and legit and amazing.
I'm
fun.
all aboard.
All right,
Yeah, I would
cool.
love
So
to be
Chief fights, and you guys are going to come.
love to.
All right, that'd be amazing.
Lock it up.
Beautiful.
You guys are the best. We're really looking forward to hearing you guys. Thanks for coming back.
Ooh, what's this?
O.A.R.
That's
Oh yeah, Dave, you can give it to him. I'm not touching that.
I don't want to touch it. You can throw it. Throw it.
You don't want to. Oh, okay. Touch it.
I call artists out when they pander to the crowd by wearing the local sports jerseys, and usually they throw on a Cubs jersey.
Yes.
I'm a White Sox fan. I detest the Cubs with
We're
every
aware.
fiber of my being. This is for the White Sox.
This is sick.
I am at the point in my life where I hate them even more than the Cubs almost because they're that bad. So
That's
if
amazing,
you want to
dude.
look like just a giant loser, one of you guys can wear that on the stage tonight.
You're welcome.
We do.
You're welcome.
It's
Thank you. That
It's
was
for you
very
guys.
thoughtful. Thank you very much, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
This will be on stage tonight. Not to spite anyone. but
I
out of
am
appreciation.
so mad at the White Sox
So-
right now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you
so
guys.
much,
Thanks, guys.
man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, we gotta get a picture.